Okay, now here's the situation. Parents leave home on a week's vacation. Um, so here's my update. It is almost 10 p.m. here on Tuesday night, 16th. I just spent several hours picking up camp and moving. Took 2 carloads up and tarped some stuff up that way. Hopefully out of sight, out of mind. And then I got 1 carload. The car's full again of stuff, and found a different campsite about a quarter mile from where I was parked before, facing anybody that might come in the morning. One issue is I got both my bikes are still back at camp in the trees, and I, having dealt with authorities over the years, you wouldn't think that you know Forest Service or a cop or BLM or whatever would go ahead and just see fit to take your bikes, but I don't put anything past these people. They might want to, make a what do you call that? Make an issue. God, make me oh, what's the word? I'm tired. I've just been going for all day trying to keep up with the bullshit. I had a good day, but I got a lot done, and the camp is moved. The only thing that's left there is the stumps that I rolled into place for seats, and there's the one chair, which is falling apart, but it fits the camp. It just doesn't seem right to move it, and there's nowhere in the car to put it, so the chair is still at camp. I'll take another video in the morning. This is the first video on this new phone. The light seems awfully white, not like yesterday. Yeah, it's pretty bright in here. Chilling. Since it's so full, I don't have room to recline tonight. I either have to sleep in this position or move stuff out and recline. But I really don't want to have anything out of the car until I see what happens in the morning. Yeah. What's the word? I am tired. If I can't think of that, they want to make an example of me. They want to, use me as their litmus test to justify their existence, which is very, very strange. To make me your enemy is not easy and ill-advised. It doesn't go well for people who oppose me. I've noticed over the years. Pride goes before a fall, and a haughty spirit before destruction. Humble thyself in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up. I recognize godly authority. I recognize God as my authority, and Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. I surrender to him everything, all the time. And I do things according to the principles I've learned from the book, the Wisdom of Solomon, the Proverbs of Solomon, the Psalms of David, the parables of Jesus, the epistles of St. Paul and John and Peter and James. These things are like, I take the book seriously. I ask the question myself, what would I do if this book was true? How would I live if this book was the real thing? And if the promises in the book are trustworthy, accurate, meaningful, if this is the inspired word of the living God, let me try that. Okay, that's not bad. Then how should I live? And I'm living that way. I like this light for reading, but it makes my face too white when I'm too incandescent light. Here's one of my little things. I got a new headlamp that's the red over here. I'm always experimenting with light. Where did it go? Oh, you can't really see it. Red. Okay. Got the propane stove in here. Don't want to accidentally flip the handle to the dial to turn that on. Got the 2 interior dome lights and the door light, and then I could actually put on the mirror light. That's pretty good. But those things are running off the battery of the car, and since it was dead recently, I don't want to tax everything. The bicycle light, this one, that's so bright. 2, 3, no, 1, 2. Okay, that's just too bright for this video. But those off. So this is all on rechargeable. That's the bike light. That's the headlamp, and then the interior lights, which are battery powered. But they've been going for like 6 days on the same battery. I'm not too worried about them running out. And I have more batteries right there. I'll leave those on while I'm filming. 5.5 minutes. A lot of hemming and hawing here. A lot of me just kind of processing what I went through today and anticipating what could happen tomorrow and what will probably happen tomorrow. I anticipate some kind of showdown. I anticipate that they'll come out here and make their presence known and check on whether I've complied with their demands. 72 hours. I got out of there in about 60. Well, the only question I have right now, as I'm about to go to sleep or read a little bit, and I'm pretty amped up, and get some rest. I have some snacks, granola bars, yay. Didn't really. I had a good meal at like 3 o'clock, but I haven't eaten since. The only question I have is, should I go walk in the woods at night at 10 o'clock, about a quarter mile, and get my bikes? It's the only question. Or should I wait till sunrise? So I don't think they'll come at sunrise. I think they'll be here about 7:30, like they did on Sunday. Sunday? Yeah, Sunday when I before I went to church. So tomorrow's Wednesday. Yeah. I expect them to be here digging around by 8 a.m. Sun comes up about 6:15, 6:30. I don't feel comfortable walking in the woods here at this site at night alone, unarmed, with just a headlamp and a stick, because there are cats. I typically stay in the car after dark without a fire. So not too excited about the prospect of having to walk over there. And if I wait till the morning, they'll know that I'm still close if the bikes are there. So it's just these are the things. And so this is literally how I decide what I should do after I could do it right now, actually, while I'm on camera. Dear Lord, Jesus, please help me. You're my best friend. Please help me know what I need to do tonight to protect my assets and make sure that I'm still mobile. The two greatest assets I've acquired this summer are the bicycles, and I very much enjoy them. Thank you for the provision. Please protect them. I pray a hedge of protection over them. I pray that if they are discovered in the morning by these law enforcement agencies, that they'll have a little bit of forbearance and tact and not steal my stuff. And if I have to, I'll walk over there. If I see them coming in, I'm probably going to go have a conversation and make sure, because I cleaned the camp. It looks good. It looks tidy. It's just got some stumps around it. And the fire pit's ready to start a fire when the fire restrictions are rescinded. I put a bunch of twigs and stuff in there. Yeah. It becomes a question of how much stress am I willing to accept? How much, how complicit am I going to be with their demands? How compliant and how conciliatory, and kind of obsequious and sycophantic and all these other complicated words that mean, like, do I just bend over and take it? Do I go have a conversation with them in the spirit and pray, meditate throughout the night and build my confidence and build my internal chi and my internal power with the Lord? This is what Jesus would do. He'd go up on the mountain and pray because he got worn out by people. And he'd go up all night and pray. And I may be up a lot tonight praying. I haven't been in this serious a scenario for a while. I haven't been threatened with jail for a long time. I haven't been on the wrong side of any kind of authority for years. I'm familiar with this. I don't like it. It's ridiculous. To turn me into a criminal is insane. It's unnecessary. I'm good at what I do. Everything is in here. Is tidy. Is like, it's all camping gear, but it's mostly organized and pretty well organized. I know where things are, and I know what I have. The only other question is, will they go up? It's about a half mile up the road, or not quite half mile, but a quarter mile up the trail, the steep trail. I found a spot behind a mound to tarp my stuff and kind of position it in the hill so you can't see it unless you're right there. How it just becomes this case of like, how far are they willing to go to ensure compliance, and how much do I have to do to demonstrate I at least recognize their authority. I at least recognize that I'm at risk, or at least just to satisfy enough of their demands so I don't end up in a cage. And with massive fines, I will do what they ask. Other than that, I don't give a shit. I really don't. I can't stand them at all. This is the clash of worldviews. This is my world. My way of living comes in contrast with the world. By design, their system is collapsing and will collapse soon. At that point, me and my friends and the meek shall inherit the earth. I am the meek. I'm here for the earth. No, it is a joke. The power structure will change, and I will actually be in charge. Of what exactly? No, I don't exactly know, but as I understand things, I will be the 49th president of the United States, if there still is a United States to preside over. So I have to know these ins and outs. I have to stand up for my rights. I have to use tact and diplomacy and learn how to handle difficult situations that put me at great risk. Not a fan. Not a fan. Not a fan. I don't like being in this scenario. I don't like being turned into a criminal just for existing. So I think I've said enough. I'm going to test. This is kind of a test of this new phone. It has a circle thing. I don't like that. I want it just full. I got to see how that looks when I replay it. So I think I've said enough. I'm pretty tired, pretty weak. My blood sugar's low. I got to eat something and regroup and have a conversation with my dad for some time. That's the plan. Love you guys. I will talk to you tomorrow. God bless America. Over and out.